Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. It is Year 2, Day 56 for EDSS and the Realm Reborn. And last time, we began on the main story of Patch 2.4, as we succeeded in helping out Alphinaud's new organization, the Crystal Braves, in rescuing some of their comrades, and in addition also found out that the Immortal Flames in Ul'dah have a spy who's working for the Guardian Empire, known simply as Ivy. But that matter is going to have to be put aside for the time being because Alphinaud has informed us that we are supposed to go and accompany him to Coerthas, because there's someone there who wants to meet with the two of us. So, in order to do that, we need to speak with Alphinaud to take on the challenge entitled Coming to Terms. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet with the Warrior of Light, and Alphinaud would like nothing more than to oblige him. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Edie, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emmerich wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I will not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Coerthas. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could be doubtless put to noble use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword, or in Edie's case, a lance. But, yeah, if you want us to speak with Lady Minfilia first, then so be it. Yeah, like, why do we need Lady Minfilia's permission to accompany you to Coerthas? I mean, if you've already told us that we're supposed to go there, and that we've already been requested by this person of significance, shouldn't we just go with you? Should we not require the permission of Lady Minfilia to do this? Well, whatever. The only way we're going to be able to do this is if we speak with her, so let's just do it. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it's a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphinaud believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. But then we get cutscene. Is there a reason for this? Antecedent. I take it Edie has explained the situation. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Well, that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. Oh, will it lead us in the right direction? The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Alabathia's spire. Ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which resides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tear's skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Coerthas, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of their realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. So makes you think something any different. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I hope you're right, Lady Mephilia. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. Big words for some reason trip me up. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Edie. Our old friend Lord Horschiffon is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Well, let's hope you're right there, Alphinaud. So after this pointless chatter with Lady Mephilia, let's go over to Coerthas. And of course, since we're going to the Camp Dragonhead itself, it will not take us that long to meet with the people we need to speak to. So let's just hope that when we get there, that the people we want to communicate with will be receptive to whatever it is that Alphinaud has to say. Of course, considering their firm stance, and the desire that, above all else, they want to deal with the Dravanine Horde above anything else. Their rationale has logic to it, but of course, with so much at stake, can they really just afford to keep everything to themselves? Well, Lord Horschiffon, I'm back. Ah, Edie, everywhere welcome, sight. Our hearts have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It will not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. Or what little you offer of it. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cool climes. Ah, good Master Alphinaud, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Horschiffon. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid, since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense, and it has simply have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? As for Tom may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. Well, that's a step towards diplomacy. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries are no cloak to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your heart sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. A good idea. Yeah, of course, I'm gonna agree with that. Alright, later, Lord Horschiffon. So, the intercessory is actually in a spot here in Coerthas that we have not yet visited. It's this little side door right here where Viel Silvita is standing. So let's go ahead and speak with the guard and make our way in. We have been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside and I shall summon the others. Proceed to the intercessory, we shall. And so upon arrival... Yeah, where is everybody? Oh, Lord. Hey there, Lord Horschiffon. Are you going to introduce me to your man?
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Hey, Alphinaud. Glad you could join me. Of course, you're the person who will be doing all the talking. To these two people.
Bonjour. Commander Leveillard, It is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Hello there.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
Well, I guess that depends.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I must say, you both wear very elaborate armor.
I am
think
not
it's better
too
than
proud
mine.
to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Is that
Full
so?
glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
As in becoming an Ishgardian
No.
Knights?
Shall we
Maybe
begin?
not, but... Yeah, I believe this is just for diplomacy's sake. And so...
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
Of course.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Coerthas, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare.
Well, yeah, I pretty much reiterated that point before this
As for the
conversation began.
Guardians, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet.
Only when the threat actually becomes real.
Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
Yeah, what's it all about?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
Yeah, go,
It is
elaborate.
not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence.
How so?
Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Forton has offered to Revenant's toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers.
Uh-oh. How would
I can
affect the
assure
Crystal
that the
Graves?
shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
Of course.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange.
That being...
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
That doesn't sound good.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
Seems that no one has the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions.
Fair enough.
Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Let's hope you're right about
We
that.
shall, Commander.
And the music abruptly ends.
What is the meaning of this?
Yeah! We're doing something problematic
The
here.
caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Well, you know what that means, right?
Heart, my lord.
Uh-oh.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Yeah, we heard about this Ice Heart towards the end of the patch 2.3 main storyline, so now we're getting more information about this person. At least I hope we will. Yeah, we know that combat will be required of us again, so we get money. We get one dish, shark fin soup, which, why are we getting shark fin soup by default? I mean, shouldn't that be something like, it's getting banned in North America, shouldn't that be getting banned elsewhere in the world? And also in Eorzea? I'm just putting that out there, like, maybe this is something we should take into consideration. So yeah, a bowl of shark fin soup by default. Peter, where are you? Anyway, Alphinaud, let's speak with you to take on the next challenge entitled The Intercession of Saints. Recent developments have given Alphinaud much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for revenants to all of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I will know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Hochefort and find out what he has learned. I think that's a good idea, Alphinaud. And so, I shall go ahead and meet you there. Yeah, that's a very rare spot to go to, but you get there to go for the first time. And actually, when you complete the 2.5 patch main storyline, that's actually where you end the journey. So, Lord Hochefort? My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Assault's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they appeared, they had gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Hochefort said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, City. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea! Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Alright. I believe I can do this for you. So, with that in mind, let's get out of here. Because, yeah, we got a long way to go. How long? Well, so long that we're actually going back to, if I can bring it up on the map, it's going to be right down here. It's actually, yeah, they said it was near Boulder Downs. It's actually pretty much towards out where we had the opportunity to meet with Juan Estenien to start our training that would make Edie a full-fledged Dragoon. So it is in this direction we will go. I could have taken the south route, but whatever, it's too late to turn back. In any event, we will get there sooner rather than later. All we need to do is just trudge through the snow as fast as we possibly can. As fast as my lance's legs will carry us. So, I hope that by the time I get this video uploaded that there will have been a few recommendations, suggestions from you guys as to what you want me to put up for a compilation once I get to 1,000 videos. Because, yeah, I know it'll probably still be like 3 months from now, but it would be nice to start getting your guys' input now so that when I get closer to 1,000, I have an idea of what I should be including in that video. So please, if you can, have the opportunity to let me know what are your favorite moments from when I've been doing Let's Plays. What have you... And I would, of course, certainly encourage you to see the other Let's Plays that I've done if you haven't had a chance to do so yet. Like, if this is the only one you've ever seen me do, I would certainly encourage you to go check out my other Let's Plays, because there are 19 others. And see if there's anything about those Let's Plays that you find enjoyable and that you want me to include as part of this compilation video that I want to do when I get to 1,000 videos. So, won't be much longer now. Well, actually it could be, because yeah, that's quite a bit of distance to run. Gonna go past this bias. Past the mud puppies, yeah, they're here too in Coerthas, as well as in Mordona. In fact, I think they're actually stronger here in Coerthas than they are in Mordona. I think that one I passed is a 47, and the mud puppies in Mordona are usually level 44. Alright, almost there. Yep, target sighted. Well, it seems like there were a few survivors, so let's speak with this knight and see what they have to say. Alright, sir. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Eh? Lord Archefort bid you speak with us. Then you must be... Ah, beg your pardon, scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tit where we can for good measure, even. Well, things have been told, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it, though. A damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis not for speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Alright. So it looks like we've got more journeying to do. So yes, our journey will continue. Yeah, we actually could have... What we could have actually done was warped to Mordona and then traveled north to get to that spot sooner. Yeah, you only think about it after it's already happened. That's so me. That is so me. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. Back into Dragonhead territory here in Coerthas. As we, once again, trace our steps from when we first entered Coerthas all those days ago. I believe it was day 58. Back in year 1 that we first set foot on the snowy grounds of Coerthas. And it was the first to greet us there, one Ludovois. It's been such a long time. I actually want to see what he has to say now that we're well into year 2. The observatorium is under the protection of House Durandale. We have no need of adventurers or sellswords. Yeah, he's still as much of an arrogant SOB as he always was. Yeah, what can I say? So where is our person in distress here? Are they up on another floor? Because it looks like that's what they're gleaning. Yeah, here it is. Where's our man? Squire, I need to speak with you. You have come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims in Magdamas lost and nearly quit for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, and why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. Jugular slash. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Asgard's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Yeah, remember the Lady of the Snows known as Shiva? Another one of those espers slash eidolons slash aeons that we've seen throughout the years in Final Fantasy. Perhaps their most notorious presence was as a pair of twin sisters that could turn into a motorcycle that Snow could ride, which I still think is one of the most obscene interpretations of an esper slash eidolon slash aeon that I've ever seen, and I think was very inappropriate. Like, that had sexual innuendo written all over it, and I certainly did not really enjoy that. So, anyway, we should get back to what we really want to be doing here, which is speaking with Alphinaud. What were they thinking? Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? Well, here's how it went down. It seems the Lady Asat does not scruple to sully your hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchirion, Master Alphinaud? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate to lay down with dragons. No, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Horchefant, what was the caravan's cargo? Crystals. If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a large quantity of crystals. We know what that means. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe with a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Horchefant, you would agree that discretion is of our paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphinaud. The scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Hall. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Of course not.